saying congratulations on this brand new single, Untitled. You guys were already getting a lot of support from our listeners out there who wanted your music on our show, and Untitled has just boosted that even more, so congratulations.
Oh, thanks so much, man. Yeah, I really appreciate it, especially you guys giving us a spin and everything. Yeah, it means a lot. We're pretty stoked with it.
Now, mate, tell us a little bit about this track, because I understand that this track almost came out of nowhere for you guys. There was no planning, there was no meaning for the song, it just came about. Tell us a little bit about how it came about.
Yeah, yes, that's pretty much spot on. So I literally was just jamming one day, and I was kind of like, how would it go if I just kind of pulled a song together that didn't have any meaning or kind of any guide of a certain kind of style or way to go. So I came up with a riff. I mean, the whole song's based around pretty much two notes repetitively. So it's a pretty simple song to play. And then in terms of lyrics, I was just like, instead of trying to kind of create some meaning from it, I'll just, whatever sounds good and fits the vocal melody I have in my head, I'll kind of chuck in there. So I mean, like, none of the lyrics really make any sense, which is exactly what we wanted. The song doesn't have a name, like we just called it Untitled. We tried to make the music video as kind of wacky and crazy as possible. Basically, just very confusing song. But yeah, we're pretty happy with how it turned out.
With the lyrics, were they just flowing as you were playing the track? Like, is that how that happened?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I was just kind of like, when I written the guitar, I was just sitting there, and I was kind of like, da na na na, and then I'd be like, oh, what kind of word has that many syllables? And then I'd be like, oh, kaleidoscopes has that many syllables, so I'll put that there. And then the next part was like, da na na na, and I'd be like, oh, okay. And unborn bread, and it just kind of went like that over and over again. It was just kind of the first thing that came to my head would just be what we ended up chucking on the track.
Is this going to be the hardest track for you to remember the lyrics of live? Because I was thinking, like, when tracks tell a song or when they flow, like, from one line to the next, really easy to remember. But is this going to be pretty difficult for you to remember live?
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing. I mean, before we actually dropped the track, that was what I loved so much about it, is I could just be on stage. Because, I mean, I hadn't really written anything down or, kept anything to memory. So when I was on stage, I could just sing whatever the hell I wanted. No one would be any wiser. And it wouldn't matter if I forgot anything. But now, yeah, I've kind of got to study up and try and keep everything in place with these random, like, nonsense words. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. We've only had one show since we've actually dropped this. Actually, we haven't had any shows since we dropped the song, but yeah, we will soon, so we'll see how it goes.
I don't know if you know the track Monty by Spiderbait, but I'm pretty sure that they never stick to the same lyrics whenever they play that track live, because that's very similar as well.
Oh, true. Well, I might keep that to mind then, yeah.
So, mate, tell us a little bit about what you guys have got planned for the future now, because you guys sold out so many shows, and then we all went into lockdown and quarantines and shit like that, and now everything's opening back up. So what are your plans for now? Are you going to get out and play some shows, or are you guys going to work on an EP or an album now?
Yeah, man, definitely. We've just finished recording an EP, actually, so luckily for us, the whole kind of lockdown and COVID crazy shit just gave us enough time to actually get into the studio and kind of record everything. So yeah, we're sitting on an EP. We had, actually this Sunday we're recording the next music video for the next single. And then we have our first kind of proper headline show back in the Shire, so in our hometown. So that should be great, and we're shooting a music video there as well. So the kind of whole plan is, just we've got 2 more singles over the next maybe 3 months, then the EP drop, and then we got some cool shows, like we got yours and ours that we're playing on as well, which we're really stoked about. But yeah, from now it's just release music and play as many shows as we can.
We look to go interstate as well, because I know a lot of Melbourne people down here are definitely waiting for you guys to do some shows down here.
Oh, definitely, man. Yeah, Melbourne's the next on our list for sure. We've heard a lot of crazy things, so yeah, we can't wait to get down there.
Awesome. You talked a little bit about the video clip for Untitled as well, and we're going to share that out there for our listeners that are listening. We'll put the video clip up on our website so people can check it out. It's a stunning video clip. It's a very, very weird video clip. Tell us a little bit about where the idea came from and how much fun it was to shoot.
So our drummer Miles, we were just kind of at practice, and I was like to the boys, like, so are we gonna commit to it and record a music video for this one? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And we're just like, what the hell can we possibly like base it around? Because it doesn't make any sense, and kind of trying to find an idea. We didn't want to kind of put too much thought into it. And then our drummer Miles was like, well, we can shoot it at my house. He's like, I'll be like, Brandon, you can be the mum, Nick can be the dad, and I'll be your son. And we're like, all right, that's great. And then we went over to Miles's house. My girlfriend dressed me up for like an hour, gave me the lipstick and makeup and earrings and straightened my hair. Popped into the dress. Nick brought his like $300 tuxedo and dress shoes, and then Miles just put some clothes on out of his wardrobe. And then we just kind of shot ideas, like whatever came to mind while we were there. We just shot it on the spot. And then our director Nelson put it all together and kind of made it really really crazy. But it turned out perfectly, exactly how we kind of thought it would.
Did you draw the short straw to play the mum, or did you put your hand up for that role?
Oh no, I think it was kind of like, I think it was a bit of both, because everyone was like, well, we don't have long hair, and I was like, well, fine. And I kind of was also like, well, this could be pretty cool. So, I mean, it was definitely a bit weird at first, sitting around, and everyone else was kind of dressed a bit more appropriately. But no, it turned out really well. Really happy we actually went for it.
We mentioned before about doing shows and how important that is to you guys, and how many fans you guys have won through your shows. Was it hard over the last 18 months when shows were taken away from you guys so often because of lockdowns and stuff?
Oh, definitely. And I mean, it's the same with, like, we played, I think we've only technically played 3 shows with crowds that are allowed to stand up, and we've probably played like, I don't know, 20 or 30 with seated crowds. And I mean, I think that affects it as well, especially when you're kind of like a real rocky, like, bit heavier band where everyone kind of wants to move and get involved. But I mean, we have like probably like 10 shows that we had to cancel like 2 weeks out. Like, we had a Queensland tour planned, which we had to get rid of like literally the week of, which was really really shit. But 100%, I think everyone's doing it really tough, or has been doing it really tough with the past 18 months, and not really being able to kind of capitalize on releases by playing shows, or all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's good to finally have some kind of a guideline or idea from the government of when we can expect things to open up again. It seems like it's all going in the right direction. So finally some good news.
Now, I know that artists don't normally like talking about it, but that must have hit you guys financially pretty hard. How can our listeners support you guys financially at the moment? Do you have merchandise and stuff that they can jump online and buy to help you guys out?
Yeah, man, definitely. We got a merch site up. We've been doing, I mean, for anyone that's like, this is kind of our first merch run, so we've been doing like free worldwide shipping to anyone who buys it. I'd say that's probably the easiest way to kind of support people. Like, obviously, if we ever come down, then grab some tickets and come say hello, and we'll buy you some beers. But the whole COVID thing, kind of really messed us up. I know we had thousands of dollars worth of shows kind of lined up over the span of like a 2-month period, which was meant to kind of pay for our whole EP and the PR and everything. And that just went to shit, and we had to cancel all those. So, I mean, we'll slowly work our way back up, but it's been pretty rough.
Well, mate, we'll definitely share those links up on our website for your merchandise as well. But for now, we're going to play Untitled once again on our show. Is there anything you'd like to say to all of our listeners out there before they take another listen to this amazing track?
Literally just thank you so much for kind of listening to us at all. You guys don't understand how much we appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it and kind of get lost in it, because that's the whole reason this track was written.